guys, this is Alan from Classic Financial. How are you today? So well, for today, I just talk about one of the most wanted question, which is that what makes me to decide which strategy that I'm gonna use to trade for the day. So well basically I'm just look at the market, look at the price movement without any technical indicators. So just like this one here, so if I see the market that is without a particular direction, so just like this one here, it's not it doesn't have an obvious upward movement or downward movement. So I know that in here the market is in a range market, which is that it's not heading towards to any particular direction. So now okay, so now the market is in a range market, so I should be using a strategy that is suitable to trade with range market. So I just think of the range market trading strategy that I have in mind, and then just to pick one that I think is the best to trade in range market. So for me, the best strategy to trade in range market is the Bollinger Bands and MACD. So that's why I will be using the Bollinger Bands and MACD for the trades today. So that's how I decide what strategy that I'm gonna use for today. So well, I'm just gonna use this strategy, and then we will talk about more on how you can set up the strategy and then how you can use the strategy to trade in range market. So well, okay, so well, first we will set up the technical indicators that we need. So okay, so go to indicator. Okay, yep, click on it. So now we will select the Bollinger Bands and then open the drop down for Bollinger Bands. Okay, so now we will deselect the lines on the left, and then we only keep the one on the right. Okay, so now we only have 3 lines on the chart, and then that's all we need. So next we go to oscillator. Go to oscillator, and yep, select the MACD. That's the second indicators we need. So open the drop down for MACD. Okay, so open the drop down. So go to parameter for MACD. Okay, so the parameter we're using here is 5, 35, and 5. So again, EMA1 is 5, EMA2 is 35, signal is 5. So okay, so now the indicator is all set, and then we can close this technical indicators window. Okay, so well, the last thing I will be changing here is the chart period and option periods. So for today, I will be using a 10 seconds chart to trade with 30 seconds option. So again, chart period is 10 seconds, option period is 30 seconds. So well, that's all we need. So we have set up all the things that we need. So now we are ready to trade. So okay, so well, take a look at this one here. So let's zoom in a little bit. So okay, so well, first one of the requirements for us to make a trade is that the candlestick touches with the upper band or lower band. So we take a look here, it almost touched the upper band. So I will place a trade here. Okay, so well, take a look at that candlestick there. So as I mentioned, that the candlestick almost touched with upper band, and then after we confirm that, we move on to the MACD. So the MACD crossover and give me a purple histogram. So that's a confirmation of a bearish a bearish movement. That's why I opened a trade there. So yep, it's that simple. So all we're looking at is just the approach, the candlestick approach, the upper band or lower band, and then next we move on to the MACD, and then if they cross over and gives me a appropriate histogram, then I will open a trade. So okay, so well, another one here. So let me place a trade first. Okay, so yep, there we go. I place a trade here. So well, now you see it's obvious here. So the candlestick touch with the lower band, and then move on to the MACD, the crossover, and then gives me a green histogram, and then that's why I opened a trade there. So well, is okay. So well, it's the price is not moving much there. So okay, it's above my entry price now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's ended in draw. So no profit, no loss. So well, now you might ask me, how do I see that whether the market is in a range market or trend market? So all I'm looking at here is just that I'm just looking at whether it has a particular direction. So now you see that if I put two lines here, then okay, let me place a trade here. Okay, so well, now you see if I place a line on top and below the candlestick, then I can see that the price is moving within the range. So it doesn't have any upward movement or downward movement, so it moved within the range. So that's how I tell that the price is in a range market. So it's pretty simple. All you need is enough practice, and then you'll be able to tell, even though even though you are not using any technical indicators. So okay, so well, the trade was ended in profit. So let's take a look at the history. Okay, so well, I make 3 trades today, and 2 of them were ended in profit, and one was ended in draw. So the total profit now has come to $140. So well, again, the point that for you to decide what strategy that you should use is depending on the market situation. So if the market is in a trend market, then you will use a strategy that you think is the best for trend market. Or if the market is in a range market, then you will be using a strategy that you think is the best for range market. So and which strategy is the best? That is entirely depending on you. So for me, the Bollinger Bands and MACD is the best for range market trading. So for trend market, let's take a look at the market at the movement tomorrow. Perhaps I can show you another strategy for trend market tomorrow. So well, that's it for today. And if you do have any question on the Bollinger Bands and MACD, feel free to leave me a comment down there, and I can get back to you with a particular answer, or we can try to discuss a little bit. So okay, so well, if you like my video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more